Taking pride in the grid, the ECU Student Government Association is taking a stand and bending down to pick up trash littered all over Greenville neighborhoods. Imagine if just a few feet of concrete separate you from the ones you love, just like the Berlin Wall did for East and West Berlin. The community is in an uproar day after 23-year-old Jamar Clark was shot and killed in 5 Points Plaza. Police say he was a validating gang member, however his family is outraged that he was labeled as such. They say he was not involved in any gang activity. Chief Hassan Aiden disagrees. Due to Hurricane Arthur this week, many people are unsure about these activities taking place tonight. But now thousands of people are expected to come out tonight to enjoy the beautiful fireworks. With more cases of chicken gun reported, Pitt County health officials are concerned. The chief says yesterday's incident was an overall tragedy for the community and hopes that next month's call on focused deterrence will prevent a similar situation from happening again. In Greenville, AJ Rhymes, 9 Your Side. In this day and age, security is very important. And organizers say they'll have plenty of police on hand to ensure everybody's safety this July 4th. In Greenville, AJ Rhymes, 9 Your Side. Noise like this has become part of the daily life for students on College Hill. And although officials say it'll be finished by 2015, students say it is affecting their sleeping habits. Ferguson, Missouri is nationally known for the death of Michael Brown and the subsequent acquittal of the police officer who is said to have shot him. Since that time, protests like these have become common, but while some choose to protest peacefully, other protests have led to violence and looting. But what turns a peaceful protest into chaos?
The more disruptive behavior tends to come along out of a sense that grievances aren't being met.
On a typical day, a downtown street could look something like this. But when a riot breaks out, it turns into a war zone. But even in Greenville, students are no strangers to riots. A little over a month ago, over 3,000 people were packed into the Riverwalk apartment complex for Halloween. Drew Anderson, a student who witnessed the riot, offers his reasoning to why things became so violent.
Maybe a couple people started violent acts, and then other people started to, and then they escalated that situation, and it's just, it gets out of control.
Kane says that the Halloween riots stem from a singular event. However, the riots that followed after the verdict of Brown's case are a completely different story.
It's not Michael Brown's death alone, but Michael Brown's death after a series of unarmed black men being killed by police.
In the past month, there have been multiple deaths that are sadly all too similar to Brown's murder.
12-year-old boy with a toy gun on a playground in Cleveland. Man in New York who basically had a chokehold placed on him and died. Man outside Charlotte who was looking for help after a car accident and was shot and killed by police.
With all the violence and protests that stem from this issue, many people might take a negative view. But Anderson offers a little silver lining in the wake of these tragedies.
I think they should take a more non-violent stance on this. I've seen, and it's not like it's not happening, I've seen pictures and things of, people hugging police officers and stuff going on. The problem is the media is showing you all the bad things.
Reporting from Greenville, AJ Rhymes, Pirate News Network. Due to Hurricane Arthur this week, many people are unsure about these activities taking place tonight. But now thousands of people are expected to come out tonight to enjoy the beautiful fireworks. For the 43rd year, the Greenville JCs will be hosting a 4th of July celebration at Town Common.
I think it's important because it's a way for people to stay here in their own community and celebrate July 4th. That's a fantastic thing.
President of Greenville's JCs, Ashton Thomason, expects increased attendance tonight, which could be due to Hurricane Arthur affecting people's travel plans.
On a good year, we can have easily 15 to about 20,000 people here in the Town Commons.
But for some, this holiday is just more than having a day off. It's thinking about our troops.
All the people that have lost their lives to keep us have our freedom and our liberties. Even my best buddy got killed in Vietnam.
For others, like Mary Bunch, this event is all about community.
This is wonderful for everyone, yes. I think it's great.
Many local vendors set up shop in order to promote their business. Events like these are great opportunities for new business owners to establish their business in Greenville.
To just have that opportunity to just expand customer base and just really get your business out there, this is the perfect place to do it.
There'll be plenty of food, games, and activities throughout the evening, but it all leads up to the main event, fireworks.
I'm always a little surprised to see them myself. They're great, they're gorgeous, and they've been getting incrementally better every year.
In this day and age, security is very important. And organizers say they'll have plenty of police on hand to ensure everybody's safety this July 4th. In Greenville, AJ Rhymes, 9 Your Side.
You don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
The Berlin Wall was a man-made structure that separated East and West Berlin and separated the city for almost 3 decades. This semester, ECU is hosting a Berlin Wall exhibit in Joyner Library. The exhibit was kicked off with the opening ceremony and will be displayed until mid-November.
The most important thing to know about the Berlin Wall is that it was basically a symbolic border between Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and also communism and capitalism.
In a communist government, everyone shares the same social, economic, and political standing.
But the problem was that the government was too strict, and it became sort of a dictatorship or a totalitarian government.
According to Dr. Twark, one of the reasons the Berlin Wall was erected was to protect East Berlin's communist control. Imagine if just a few feet of concrete separate you from the ones you love, just like the Berlin Wall did for East and West Berlin. Much of the world during this time period was against communism because it limited people's rights. But Dr. David Smith, chair of the German program, argues that communism isn't all that bad.
What may be, and this may seem somewhat provocative to some, but what were they doing right?
In theory, communism would eliminate poverty, since everyone would have the same wages. But while this might be good in theory, the problems between pro-communists and anti-communists created tension for citizens who feared the possibility of nuclear warfare.
Young people today don't know what it was like to live in a divided world where nuclear bombs were being pointed one side at the other side.
In an average American high school, according to ECU students, they learn little to nothing about the Berlin Wall, which is considered a major historical event by most.
I know that it was a wall built to divide the capitalist side of Berlin from the communist side of Berlin right after World War II. Unfortunately, most of everything I know comes from Family Guy, so.
Some majors at ECU require taking a second language, but many do not. According to Dr. Twark, learning about other parts of the world can only help you in your personal growth.
We're in a globalized world, and we're all interconnected, and so the more you can learn about any foreign cultures and more foreign languages you can learn, the better your life will be.